Hello everyone. I just wanted to make a quick video. As you can see, I'm in my car. I just actually came away from a memorial service for a lady who was in my dentist's office since way before I was born. I loved her very much, and she touched a lot of people. And I just was reflecting kind of on death and how much of it there's been around my life in the last year. There have been several people who have passed away, and 3 just since the beginning of 2025. And yeah, I was just reflecting kind of on what that means for me in my life, and processing the heaviness of death, as well as the joy in getting to celebrate someone's life, especially a life well lived. And I feel like that definitely applies to all of these people. And it has been an honor being witness to that and witness to the celebrations of life. With this particular memorial, we got to stand up and say a few words. And what I was reflecting on and what I got to say and heard from a lot of other people was how generous this person was with her love and her encouragement, and just how kind she was. And I think that we hear that a lot about people who've passed away, that, oh, they were just the best, they were the kindest person you could ever meet. And it's probably true for a lot of people, and that's really cool. And I was just struck by how different the groups of people were that came together for this celebration and for the grief, but how this person united so many different groups of people in their life and brought them together. And I was reflecting on how when a person does that, you in your life can really be touched by their generosity of love. And when a person is generous with their love, it really does change the landscape of the lives around them. Generosity and love, I think, go hand in hand. Is that when you're generous, you are expressing that love inside you. And I think being generous means so much more than just financial or physical generosity. It can mean that, but it also can mean being generous with your time, with what you care about, with your affection and your attentions. And I think that coming away from this, really am struck by that. That's the treasure in my heart that this person gave me, is she was generous with her love toward me. And now I want to live a life of generosity, of love toward other people. And I think that I just wanted to come on here and process this a little bit with you guys, in the sense that I think everyone experiences deep loss in their lives. And I am in a season of, this year has been hard. I'm in a season in my life where there has been a lot of loss. I think it's maybe 6 people in the last year who I was friends with or loved, and 6 different loved ones in the last year have passed away. And I am really aware, I guess, of the finality of life. And also I find myself just becoming more and more aware of legacy and what you leave behind in life, and how people live their lives and what they chose to spend their time on. And so I wanted to come on here and kind of share some of what I'm processing and learning from these people, just what they gave to others. And I think one of the most important things I'm seeing is that they touched others' lives by being present for other people. And I think that that is one of the most important and loving things we can do in our lives, is to open our space, our time, our energy up to other people and be present for them. I think that's one of the greatest acts of love that you can do in your life. So this is just some of what I'm processing after this memorial. This will probably be a very short video and a kind of interesting one, but I think that this is part of my goal with this channel, was to share life and share the process of going through stuff, and especially as a young adult, encountering things, sometimes for the first time and sometimes just growing through things. I wanted to share that process with you guys, and I think that this is a very relevant situation to probably many people, as much as we don't want it to be. We all lose people, and it doesn't take away the sadness and grief of not having them around anymore. At the same time, I think that there's so much to grow from this, so much to learn and absorb of just about how people live their lives, and it's beautiful to get to celebrate that, as well as deeply, deeply sad. So I think I just wanted to be a voice for those of you who feel both things and more things. It's the holding intention of all those things that are all true at the same time. So it's okay to grieve, and it's okay to reflect, and to be joyful, and to be confused and happy and sad, and all of it all at the same time. Life is beautiful, but it's complicated. There's a song I really like that says that. So just wanted to come on here and say that. And if you have thoughts, if this kind of evokes something you've been going through, or you just kind of have thoughts on loss, or like what you have taken from those in your life who have passed away, kind of the lessons you've learned, love to hear them. I think we all can honor the memory of those who've gone before us by sharing the lessons we learned from them and storing that up in our hearts as treasures and then passing it on. So I hope you have a deeply, deeply blessed, profound day. And yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. See you. Another thing I just wanted to add to this that was kind of sweet is that I was looking for a park immediately after this memorial service to record this video and kind of get my thoughts out before I let the day just go on. So I bypassed this park. I haven't been to this area, so I ended up bypassing the park by accident, and I ended up in this neighborhood I didn't know. And I drove and drove, and then I realized Google Maps was taking me on this wild goose chase. And so I found a cul-de-sac and turned around. And as I turned around, I saw a little girl with her dad out on their driveway with a lemonade stand. And I just immediately was like, pull over. So I pulled over and walked up there, and she had lemonade and popcorn. And it was the sweetest thing. And so I'm pretty hungry after this service. And so I ended up stopping and getting some, and it was delicious and sweet, and just that moment of, wow, I wouldn't have encountered this if I hadn't kind of gone off track and just gone with the flow. And I think that that is another lesson of life, is that provision will find you, and letting the spontaneous and the serendipitous happen is so important in our lives for connection with others. So I thought that was really beautiful, as I'm going to kind of record this video of my thoughts and reflections, that also happened, and could be another thing that I'm reflecting on, is just that the world is broken and complicated and really, really painful sometimes when we lose people that we love. And at the same time, all of this stuff is woven into the fabric of the tapestry of life, is that we're learning and growing from them and their lives, and from the things that happen in our lives, and we're all doing it together. So just in a very contemplative mood, and wanted to share that piece as well. And I forgot to add that before, but I wanted to get that in here too.